Hamzat Chimaev gets it done in dominant fashion and proves me wrong. Look, I made a video the other day. I said that DDP would win and he would win easily. That is the furthest thing from the truth. Now, let me give you my reasoning. My prediction was DDP either gets it done in dominant fashion and inside the distance, or it goes the distance and DDP wins 49-46. Those are my two predictions. And obviously neither happened. My thought process was on the feet, and I still do believe this. On the feet, I think DDP is a better kickboxer. He's got better knees. He's got better elbows. I think he's better on the feet. But they weren't on the feet at all. They were on the ground the entire fight. 24 and a half minutes of the fight was on the ground, so the feet didn't really matter. And I thought, because DDP is 10 to 15 pounds bigger, which is a lot when it comes to lean athletes, especially when they're the same height, DDP has heart, he has grit, he has 5-round experience. I thought all those factors combined that the ground game would be neutralized. I thought DDP was a good grappler. Obviously, he submitted people before. He's not a total... It's not like he's a kickboxer that just got into the UFC. He knows how to grapple. I thought DDP was a good grappler, and due to his size, his experience, and his grit, he would be able to neutralize the ground game and dominate on the feet. And maybe even go for a submission, which he did go for one in the 5th round, but it was kind of half-hearted, and he'd already given up. Hamzat showed levels. This wasn't DDP's really good, Hamzat's great. Hamzat looks like the best wrestler of all time. And DDP looks like an average guy. That is the gap. When we look at the wrestling of Hamzat, I don't see why he would be any different if he went up to 205. I really don't. Look, DDP's a big 185er. I thought that size mattered a lot more. It obviously doesn't. I don't see why he can't go up to 205 and easily take on Alex Pereira and dominate him, potentially submit him, ground and pound him. I see no reason why Hamzat can't do that at this point. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Hamzat could go up to heavyweight and beat most of the guys there. A guy like Almeida, who's a pretty solid wrestler, probably not, especially with that big of a size advantage. But honestly, who knows if size matters at all? I thought that 15 pounds of muscle, we could see DDP's a thicker guy. He's got the experience of 5 rounds. I thought that would mean something. It meant absolutely nothing. It did not at all. So Hamzat's a problem. Look, I don't see anyone beating him. People are throwing out Anthony Hernandez. People are throwing out RDR. Sean Strickland thinks he can beat him. When Hamzat shoots for a takedown, it's life or death. His entire bloodline depends on it. Honestly, he shoots for a takedown, he is getting it. He is getting it. I'm amazed at what he can do. He potentially, if we threw everyone into a grappling tournament in the world and just was like, who can take down somebody, Hamzat's probably going to have like a 99% finish rate. Not finish in terms of submission, but finish in terms of getting the takedown. Whew, I think he's going to be a problem. So I don't really know what the 185-pound division is going to look like now. You have Hamzat, who is going to be the champion for a while. Legitimately for a while. I think, and obviously he might retire before this, but I think there's a better chance that he is the title holder at 185 in the next decade, in 2030, than he loses it in his next fight versus RDR or a Mavov. Zero chance he loses to either of those guys. It legitimately doesn't matter. When the wrestling is that different, and I know those guys are better wrestlers than DDP, but not by enough for it to matter. And your striking is completely irrelevant. Look, Hamzat isn't a bad striker, but guys like Izzy, guys like Sean, those are better strikers, obviously. But it doesn't matter when the whole fight is on the ground. So I don't see who is going to be... legitimately, who at the 185-pound division is going to beat Hamzat? I don't see it. I think the only time Hamzat is going to lose, if he goes up to 205, maybe Magomed could beat him. But Magomed versus Hamzat is an interesting one. On the feet, Magomed dominates. He's fast, he's powerful, he's long, and he's bigger. But once again, size doesn't really matter, apparently. And why can't Hamzat take down Magomed? Magomed's a better grappler than DDP, but is he that much better to stop those takedowns? I don't think so. So I don't know where DDP goes from here either. DDP, it's tough because he was such a good champion, very well-rounded. He was pretty much good everywhere, good heart, good cardio. And this skill gap in the wrestling, you can't resolve it in 2 or 3 years. You can't beat Sean Strickland, or he's already beat him twice, but you can't beat RDR and then beat another guy and then fight for the title again and beat him. This is just Khamzat's a different level of wrestler, and that's just that. There's legitimately, if Khamzat is the title holder at 185, there's nothing DDP can do. The skill gap is just too large. He's not going to train for 2 years in Dagestan and even up. That's just not going to happen.